The town in 2 countries? What? This is from a Great Big Story. This will be linked in the description down below. Make sure to check them out. Check this original video out. This is a Discord suggestion from Ahsoka. Thank you for this. Let's see what the hell this is about.
Welcome to Balhertog in Belgium.
No. Welcome to Nassau in the Netherlands.
No. Belgium.
It's the Netherlands.
Belgium.
Oh my god.
No. Give me that.
Okay, everyone, please calm down. It's both. Welcome to the town with one of the most intricate borders in the whole world.
Wow. So yeah, this is actually very interesting. We're back in Chicago area now, but we did live earlier this year and late last year in Las Cruces, New Mexico, which is very, very near El Paso, Texas, which is on the border of the United States and Mexico. And let me tell you, the border, El Paso and Juarez, Mexico, are one giant city because they're right next to each other. And there's a lot going on between them. But I can tell you, the border does not look like this. So just with that little bit of perspective, it's pretty funny to see a town on a smaller scale, granted, to see, look at that border, like right there. You can walk back and forth. You can have 1 foot in either side and be in 2 different countries. Pretty interesting. Not at all like my experience.
It's a quiet, small town with not much going on. Until you look at these crosses. Yeah, that's an international border.
Wow.
And so is that, and so is that.
Oh my god, it goes through the building.
To a living
What?
border puzzle. Instead of one border crossing, there are dozens of them. And that's because the town consists of 30 enclaves. There are 22 pieces of Belgium surrounded by the Netherlands and 10 Dutch areas in Belgium. The border goes through houses, shops, beer stores.
Okay.
And this means that there are 2 of almost everything for a population of under 10,000. 2 postal services,
Wow.
2 churches, 2 bus companies, 2 legal drinking ages.
Oh, no way.
There are even
Wait, what were those ages? Hold up. Netherlands is 18. Belgium is 16. Damn, Belgium. That's insane. I think that's really cool, actually. And it's just so wildly different from the U.S. The one thing I always think of is I think in the U.S. we have early driving. So, like, we drive early here. I know some countries you don't drive till you're, like, 18, like, drive a car, you know. Whereas here, you can drive at 15. In certain states, you can get a driving learner's permit to drive at 14. It's super early, right? But I think y'all know drinking is super late here. You have to wait till you're 21 to have alcohol here. And look at that, how young that is. 18 is young compared to the U.S. 16 is like, what? That's unheard of. If you live in this town, you're part of both of these countries, basically. So this is tricky. Also, how the hell do the houses work, where the border goes through the house?
drinking ages. There are even 2 mayo toppings at this chicken shop. Yep.
I hate mayonnaise.
This one's Dutch
Yuck.
and this one's Belgian.
Yuck.
And there's 2 town halls. And of course, a meeting room with a borderline in it.
With a
and 2
borderline
separate
in it.
representatives.
There we go.
So how did the town get into this messy situation?
Dat heeft echt te maken met het verleden. Eind 12e eeuw moet ik zeggen, kwam er een hertog van Brabant en die besloot delen van dit gebied over te hevelen aan de heer van Breda in ruil voor bescherming.
And later on, this meant that the Duke of Brabant possessed Belgian lands and the Lord of Breda Dutch lands.
En zo ontstond eigenlijk die hele rare situatie. En pas in 1995 zijn de grenzen officieel vastgesteld, zoals we nu vandaag ook nog steeds bestaan.
Het zijn 2 verschillende gemeentes en toch moeten wij samen beslissingen nemen.
Ja,
En als je het hebt over wegen, als je het hebt over verlichting, als je het hebt over riolering, dat moeten we echt...
Yeah, there's no question that they have to coexist. They have to be in unison on a lot of things, right?
Samen doen.
No
Wij
doubt
zijn een
about
soort
that.
Siamese tweeling.
Got it. So, head of tourism, Willem, how do you know where your house is if the border goes through it?
Yeah.
We have a front door rule, and the front door rule says there where your front door is, that is the place where you have your domicile, where you are living in Belgium or Holland.
But what about front doors that get chopped off by the border, like this one?
That's an exception. Living there, you can choose
both ways.
Like gallery owners.
So would there be different like taxes? Is there different like property tax? I don't know how any of this would work over there. These are just random questions I would think of. That's pretty funny. And yeah, what do you tell people? Do I live in the Netherlands? Do I live in Belgium? Like,
this is Belgium.
Depends on the day of the week.
This is Netherlands, and this is my gallery. I have chosen from Belgium because I was living in Belgium. My company was Belgium, so I take the easiest way.
Makes sense.
All right. But the international commute, it must be tiring, right, cafe manager Willem?
Of course. My cafe is at the Dutch side. I am Belgian, so I cross the border every day. But I live here 200 meters from, so it's not that far.
Okay, so my last question, it has to be this. Which town is best? Barl-Hertog or Barl-Nassau?
There you go.
I prefer
comment below.
both.
I'm Dutch, and to be honest, I like the way of living more on the Belgian side.
Oh, wow.
Barl-Hertog, of course.
In the end, it doesn't matter which side of the border you choose.
Yeah.
All in all, this is just a great love story between two countries.
En wij willen ook een voorbeeld zijn, hier in Barl-Hertog, Barl-Nassau, een voorbeeld zijn voor andere situaties waar grenzen wel grote problemen zijn.
We have learned to deal with each other, we have learned to live with each other.
Yeah.
And I could say we are an example for the rest of Europe, maybe the rest of the world.
Definitely for the rest of the world. That was a quick one, but really, really fun, right? That seems like a fun vibe and would definitely be on my world bucket list. That just looks like a fun town. You get this unique experience where you're just like crossing over all the time between one town. You're in the same town, but between two countries. I think that's really, really neat. I think it's a cool story they got. And you could just make tons of jokes all day. You could make jokes all day about getting coffee in Belgium and getting lunch in Netherlands and you name it, right? I mean, that is super cool. And like they said at the end, I think that should be goals. There should be goals for border towns, I guess, across the world, right? I mean, even here in the United States, like I said, with my experience, you know, the U.S. and Mexico are up and down, right? I mean, overall, we're good together, right? Because we kind of depend on each other for certain things. But then again, there's a lot of feuds or a lot of cultural clash sometimes between the United States and Mexico, of course. I have to say, the internet is full of BS. So I actually lived there, and daily interactions between El Paso, which is in the United States, and Juarez, which is in Mexico, were really cool. I generally feel like the vibe is most people got along and coexisted and worked together very well. But of course, it wasn't like this. There was a huge border wall, and it's definitely more of a process crossing into Mexico and crossing back into the United States. It's just totally different, right? Being on this level of friendliness and coexisting, this is goals right here. That would be amazing. Throw a like, a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed this, because this was a fun way to learn about a very unique town. Great suggestion from Ahsoka. Thank you for that. Subscribe to join this amazing community that we have on this channel, and we're on our way to 100K, so we could appreciate your help on that. Finally, this will be linked in the description. As I said earlier, make sure to check them out, and other ways you can interact with me, support me, are down there as well. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker, and until next time, y'all, I'll catch you later.